Hello and welcome back again to the channel. Now we are playing again some Gran Turismo 7. We are doing one of the daily races on Spa, as you can see. Now I have attempted this race before, as you can see the record 2:33.6. This time we are using a different car though. We are using the Honda NSX, and it is a very good car to use, especially around this track, especially when you can make all the corners link up, and it is quite quick on the straights for a Group 4 car. Now, obviously lap 1, this is just like the qualifying time trial, so I haven't actually entered the race as of yet. So skipping ahead through the track. So on for like a good lap. Obviously I've got no ghost or anything to compare what I'm currently doing to my record in the bottom right, but the car, it looks good. Obviously there's a few areas I could improve on around some corners, and definitely where to aim for. Now coming up to the right then left here. Now let's see what time I get as a first lap straight off the rip with the Honda NSX. So actually beat it, 2:32.2. Now skip a couple of laps to the beginning of lap 4. Now we have got a ghost obviously now that we can compare it to, which is good. And once you have a ghost that you start you can start comparing the lap times to them, you understand where you can improve and where you went wrong. Now coming up to this Eau Rouge here, I take this horribly. As you can see, the car is bouncing. I lose a lot of momentum and speed, and if we fast forward down the straight here, you can see that I've lost time essentially. But magic with these moments, I take that corner quite nicely, to be fair, and now shoot myself in front of my own ghost. So although I had a poor start, sort of now making it up, and hopefully now in the infield section of this track we can keep a good pace up and hopefully stay well in front of the ghost. So as you can see, we're coming down sort of this mini straight into this big long left-hander. Important to really get this car turned in as quick as possible to then hit the first apex and then hit the yellow cone marker on the middle of the left-hander. Now, with this being said, of course, I've got to be well aware that if I do make a mistake, obviously the ghost, I can see again where I went wrong and see what I could do to improve. But we are actually setting best sectors at the moment, so obviously, as you can tell, quite far ahead now in front of the ghost, but almost like 700 seconds. I don't know, 700 seconds. I don't know what I'm on about. Anyway, ignore that. Now we will come into this right and left. I take it very subtly, to be fair, and we now set 2:31.5. Now we will skip ahead again to lap 7. This is my I believe this is my final lap, and I see there I could brake early on the ghost, but as we come and power out of this right-hander there and down the straight to Eau Rouge, we are slowly, I say, gaining or losing. We're like kind of match, I would say. And as you can see in the ghost, I take that corner from the couple laps ago, and now because I've learnt my lesson, evidently I then shoot past my ghost, gaining time. Now we fast forward, and now obviously as you do more laps, of course, you'll start understanding where to put the car and how to take each corner. And although my ghost is there in front of us at the moment, it does not last. Just like here, keep it real tight on this right-hander, and then allowing me to power out. And this car has really good exit grip, I would definitely say so. I mean, the fact is you can just accelerate full power. I am using controller as well, so this car is definitely like sort of easy to just get used to and get to grips with, which is good, you know, especially mid-engined. Really good drive, to be fair. Now, as you can see, we are again up on the Ghost, coming into the last parts of the infield section on Spa, and this being said, we are gaining time slowly. After just set up best sector, and as you can see, we speed up to the last now parts of the track, coming up to the tight right and left. And definitely with this last two corners, you definitely don't want to dive to the inside like that. That is a killer for lap times. And as you can see, the Ghost catches up, but we're jumping to the race and we'll see how we get on. So yeah, we've qualified third. We've actually set a new qualifying lap, 2:31.3, I believe. So it puts us third in the race. Now we'll start the race. I could literally swear first and second do start for some reason way further in front than fourth and fifth do to me, but hey ho, we make do with what we know. And first and second then have a little tap, and subsequently I tap into second. Now we are on the big straight that goes into El Rouge to then go on to the big straight, and we are in third. Obviously quite a close pack of cars. Luckily this Honda NSX is actually rather quick, and as you can see, slipstream is a yes. Now we're coming in 3 wide into turn 4 or 5, and all manner of things are going on. We then get hit from the left there, and as you can see in the crash cam replay, a little bit of tapping, a little bit of bumping. The Lambo there hits my side, and this allows this Hurricane here to then slip into second. He's got the better exit out of that corner there, which Mr. Cool now goes into first. Pretty cool maneuver that was. But we retake first. We cut through the inside. A nice clean undertake that was. Again, to retake first place. So moved up 2 positions now within the infield section of lap 1. Just over half a second lead now to Mr. Cool. And now we've got to try and retain that lead and build upon that lead as well. Now, with that also being said of retaining the lead, we don't want to make mistakes. Learn what we've learned from the qualifying laps and put that now into practice and into motion. So trying to keep it smooth. Now we're coming up to the end of lap 1. Again, second and third are quite close. I do take such a tight line through that right and left, but there isn't really a need to do so unless you're defending, of course. Now lap 2, about just over half a second lead. Again, try and cut the inside, defend, even though I didn't really need to, but just wanted to make sure, as you never know. So fast forward around the corners there, and then by the end of this straight, just closing down to half a second lead, with the gap actually closing. Now I hit the old little cones there, but it doesn't really affect us, which is great. Again, 700th of a second at that point there, but we'll skip ahead now. We are on the 2 right-handers, which then lead on to the big long left before the right left before the start of the new lap, of course. And just over half a second lead now. But Mr. Cool is gaining on us, which obviously would happen, slipstream effect kind of thing. Now brake here just before the 100 board. You can actually maybe take the line just a little bit wider with the initial turn in to give you a better exit for this turn in, but Mr. Cool has closed the gap down, and then by the time we get to the end of this start of the first corner, I defend. He's 200th of a second on me, but he gets a good exit, to be fair, and he now has crept in front. So we've now lost the position, but now we're coming on to our Rouge now, and then onto the straight here. So we've got the slipstream advantage, and as we know, this NSX is rather quick, which is good. And as you can see, the pace on this car is excellent, so we get the overtake done once again. So back into first. Now brake just before the 50 board. I hit the cones there, and it does slow me down, and then I get a big slide on, and I do get a little tap from Mr. Cool. Wasn't playing it cool there, and nor was I, to be honest. But it is what it is, and we deal with that at hand. And now, obviously, this is lap 3, position 1. You know, it's quite a close race so far, but now we've got to try and extend the lead and make sure no overtakes happen. So we're in the infield section now, coming up to the double left-hander, which you need to turn in sort of early to hit the apex for the first half, and then the top part of track limits, then get a good run out onto this straight here. Now, again, the gap has opened up to just below a second. Oh no, it has just gone to a second actually. So we're doing something good, something correct, of course. And now we just got to try and build on this and make sure we are smooth, make sure we make no mistakes. Now, interesting thing is, he is 1.6 seconds behind Mr. Cool. So again, gaining and on this straight for the left-handers before the right-left. He's not in slipstream range, and obviously second, third, perhaps fourth as well, or all in contention of getting second. So they will be having battles. Now again, brake just before the 100 board there, and then take to the inside, which again, I don't think that's the correct line. Now, this is the end of lap 3, and the beginning of lap 5 is a 5-lap race on Spa. So average race of about 12 minutes or 13 depending. So we've opened up the gap now to 3.5 seconds or so. So I'm not really too sure what's happened behind. Maybe again all the battling has allowed the gap to just open up quite substantially. But fast forward onto the corner just here, brake before the 50 board, and again just keep it smooth and keep it tidy. No need to outdrive myself, but for some reason, I don't know about when you guys race or whatnot, or guys and girls when you lot race, but whenever I'm in front, I get sweaty little fingers, and I just have a nervous breakdown essentially, and for some reason can't drive. But I feel like in this race, held it together. But apart from that corner, when I went a little bit too slow, but I feel like I hold it together, considering, you know, started at P3, now to P1. So good job we're doing at the moment. Now we are over 3.5 seconds in front. So good news for us, of course. Bad news for Mr. Cool and the gang back there. Sometimes it is worth not battling, but racing to, you know, try and catch up to whoever's in front of you, to be honest. But now we're coming on to the last basically pass of the track, and we'll fast forward, of course, to get to the right left of Spa, and looks like we are going to win the race. So there's a job well done. Now, of course, if you do enjoy the video and want to see more, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you disliked it, liked if you like, share with your friends, turn the notification bell on, and guess what? I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.